We're now going to cover a second use case for the transform method, and that's when you want to return a new value for each row in the group. So instead of just returning a single value like ag and having that repeated for every row in the group, you can actually return just a specific new value for every row in that group. So let me show you how it's done. Here's our data frame again. You're going to, in this case, we're going to create a custom function, and which will literally transform the data. So let's just say we want to find the percentage of the total. So of group A, the first row is what percent of the total. So we see here there's 2, a total out of 12. So 2 out of 12, what percentage is that? Same thing for the second row is 10 out of 12. What percentage is that? So we can say, let's call this one divide max. So we're going to divide from the total, really. I should say divide total. But so this is going to implicitly be passed this series, this quantity series for that group. So what we're going to do is return s. We're going to take it and divide it by s dot sum. All right. So s is just your original series, 2 and 10. The sum is 12. So it'll be 2 divided by 12 and then 10 divided by 12. All right. And then we'll pass it to the transform method. So say df dot group by item. We will use quantity. So we have to use it in this syntax like this. We have to choose a series, then do dot transform, and then we are going to pass in the custom function like this. So it's going to accept the series for that group. And so there we go. And then we can multiply, we can just round this to the third decimal, multiply by 100 to get an actual percentage. And then we'll just do another copy of this data frame. So we can append it df2, we'll say percent of the total is this. And now we can look at df2 and there we go. So the first one is about 17% of the total. The second one was 83%. And then we can see the other percents for the other groups for B, C, and D. So the percentages for each group will add up to 100. All right, so the main thing to understand about transform is that it can either, whatever you're returning, it can be an aggregation. You can return a single value, or if you want to return something else, return a series the same length as the group. So that's what we did here. We returned a series the same length as the group. So if you wanted to, debug this or see what's going on, remember you can use print statements, so you can print out what's happening over here. So here we can see what's going on, and maybe we want to put some space over here, say end, put a couple new lines. All right, so here's the original series, and then this is what is being returned, s divided by s dot sum. So use your print statements to see what is really going on underneath inside of each call to the custom function. All right, so that's how you can, those are another use case for the transform method.